kept you waiting, huh?
I told you that it would become a tradition. So, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who exist in that nebulous space between, welcome to the top 5 web novels of the month of February. I am your host, Red Chaos One, amateur YouTuber and full-time web novelist on Wattpad, with my own book, Mwari Saga, which is an epic Afro-fantasy story which draws inspiration from my African Zambian culture. High fantasy fiction, sci-fi, and the shonen battle series that have rotted my childlike brain. So the link to my story shall be found in the descriptions below, as will the links to my Instagram and the links to the stories that will be mentioned in this video. So let's start with number 5. We're starting everything by stepping into Royal Road, where we find the Emperor Without an Empire, which is a Xianxia Transmigration LitRPG by Drew Roystone. Like always, as we've set up the structure for these videos, we start with the synopsis. So the synopsis goes like this. They stole my empire, my cultivation, even my name. Their mistake was leaving me alive. This body was called Shintaros, so that's who I am now. 700 years of experience packed into an 18-year-old with the spiritual capacity of a wet parchment. At least now I have got the numbers to tell me how far I've fallen. A cultivator with godlike powers will hunt me within the year. If I haven't built my strength by then, well, that'll be embarrassing in a rather permanent way. So here I am, slumming it by opening mirandines, one painful breath at a time, learning alchemy from a terrifying mistress, and picking entirely avoidable fights with powerful people who consider themselves beyond justice. Frankly, between all of that, working in a decrepit fish warehouse and dodging loan sharks, I'm making remarkable progress. They wanted this emperor permanently retired. I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint them. So this story delivers an exciting, fast-paced spin on the classic Xianxia Transmigration trope. We follow an arrogant, overpowered emperor who is betrayed during his ascension and who gets crammed into Taros, a weak, flabby mortal in a foreign world. The narration moves swiftly, so if you like high-paced, key-draining battles, this will be the story for you. It also has humorous, humbling tavern brawls where our once godlike protagonist gets effortlessly laid out by a common thug, so it has a bit of humor in it. And while the prose lean heavily on familiar progression fantasy jargon, the protagonist's stubborn superiority complex make his sudden powerlessness genuinely fun to read. So number 4. Let's cycle to Wattpad, where we have, and please forgive my pronunciation, Nadzihija, Polish for Hope, by Wiedzin Reiser PJW19. So this one we have a short synopsis which just says, enter the world of Nadzihija, a world of wizards, elves, dwarves, werewolves, and vampires, and follow the adventures of the wizard Charles Moad. Now, if you're a real fan of vast, intricate fantasy worlds, this is the one for you. Like from chapter 1, you get a Silmarillion-like deep dive into this world and its history from the beginning point all the way through the rest of its history. The best part is just how much thought and detail has gone into this world. And the main protagonist, Charles, the fun for protagonist for those who like to see stories which have also wizard protagonists in them. So we go on to number 3. So for number 3, we remain on Wattpad with Kagami, the series by Micho Odiha. Synopsis time. Kagami has never understood who he is, only that the Amaterasu name comes with the expectations he never asked for. Surrounded by teammates who each carry their own scars, strengths, and secrets, Kagami must learn that it is true what it truly means to stand on his own, and who he wants to become. From disastrous missions to quiet moments under a straw hat, from rivalries to unlikely bonds. So if you ever wanted to read a web novel that is as close to having a shonen manga in your hands, I very much recommend this series for you. And also, this series, it has ninjas. Yeah, this series wears its Naruto influences on its sleeves, but it's way more than that, and I very much recommend it to anyone who just wants to feel like you're reading a shonen. Anyway, for number 2, we sneak back to Royal Road where we find Exiled to the North, Forging a Kingdom by Will Santos Books. Once again, the synopsis. To the crown, it was an execution. To Casimir Kovac, it was an opportunity. Casimir is the useless son of Malbrook's most brutal marquise. Lacking the heavy brawn of his war hero brothers, he has spent his life dodging his father's fists and hiding in the shadows. But when his father finally tires of his existence, Casimir is handed a suicide mission. Travel to the frozen, monster-infested ruin of Blackwood and reclaim it for the family. Cut off from civilization beyond the colossal frost gates, Casimir must survive the deadly winter and the northern orc tribes. He has no real army, only a handful of broken, discarded veterans. He has no royal supplies, only what he can steal in the dead of night. But Casimir has a secret weapon. He doesn't plan on dying. If he cannot win with steel and brute force, he will fight with logistics, traps, and aggressive mathematics. The crown sent him north to disappear. Instead, he is going to build an empire. Now this story, my guys, this story is a masterclass in atmospheric tension. It's painting a vivid picture of a man trading the comforts of his birthright for the cold certainty of a desperate mission. Casimir is a compelling protagonist, not a traditional hero seeking glory, but a pragmatist who plans to kill the bastards with math. The prose are sharp and rhythmic. The metallic boom of the closing gates echoing a hammer striking a nail is just a perfect encapsulation of the finality of the protagonist's exile. The dialogue between Casimir and his men sometimes crackles with a wary professional camaraderie, shifting its tones from somber to high stakes. So, if you're looking for like a grim, tactical preparation narrative story where you're not dealing with your traditional protagonists, like if you just want a little bit of the grim dark for yourself, is what I can say. This story I very much recommend for you. Now we go to the one and only, to number 1, Dating Father Time's Daughter by Will Voted For You. Synopsis time. Joe Means was the prototypical average Joe until the day he met a timekeeper named Pixie. Ever since, he goes from flipping burgers to twirling sides and ensuring the balance of time. This is dating Father Time's daughter. So, the protagonist, like this story, I'm sorry I messed up by saying the protagonist, but this story mixes my favorite things: romance and high action. And trust me, the action in this is good. We have the personifications of the seasons, winter, spring, and fall, going up against timekeepers and well written, high impact fight scenes. The character work is also great. So when you look at our hero Joe, who was ironically an average Joe, and Pixie, who is the daughter she is the Father Time, she's the daughter of the Father Time. So her and Joe have like this cute little relationship, and you'll be rooting for them from the moment they meet because of just how well the author has written it. Like, I seriously would love to see this book turned into either a live action TV show or an anime. And that is my list, guys. Remember to leave a comment or recommendation on what I should do next or what web novels I should check out. Remember that the links, including those to my story, Mari Saga, are in the description below, including a link to my Instagram. This has been Red Chaos 1, signing off.